How is everybody doing today? Today we've got another Dragon Ball Xenoverse related video. Today's video is going to be on the stages that we can hopefully expect to see in the game, and I have a few images courtesy of Salem Island to give you a little bit of a look at what the stages might look like. So just quickly before I jump into it, some of these stages might not be named what I'm about to tell you that the images say they are, so that's just something to keep in mind. Names are probably tend to change or are going to change before the game releases. So let's get into it. First up we have Toki Toki City, so that's pretty self-explanatory. We'll be fighting in a section of Toki Toki, which is pretty cool. Next up we have West City, which we've seen in a previous screenshot a couple of months ago. Nothing real special. I mean, there's been a city game in pretty much every Dragon Ball Z game to date. Next up, we've got the World Tournament. Pretty basic, although I don't think they've included Ring Out in this one. All of the gameplays that I've seen from conventions and stuff, it doesn't seem like that you can ring out your opponent, so that'll be something interesting to see when the game releases. Next up is probably my favorite screenshot. We have Space. It looks really, really gorgeous. It's probably going to be reminiscent of the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 stage with Frieza's spaceship and stuff like that. So that would be pretty cool if it was like that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this screenshot is another new stage that I don't think's been in a Dragon Ball game before. And it's inside the spaceship, which is pretty cool because I don't know, for the longest time I've actually wanted to have a stage inside of Frieza's spaceship or a spaceship. I don't know why, it just seemed appealing to me. Next up we have Time Vault. Now this could be another take on the hyperbolic time chamber, which apparently for some reason they like to change the name to, or it could be something completely different and related to the city in Xenoverse, the other time chamber looking thing. Either that or it could just be the hyperbolic time chamber. But we don't really see much. We've just got a couple of characters fighting, but what leads me to believe that it could just be the basic hyperbolic time chamber is that you can see a part of the hourglass that's broken. I don't know, I could be wrong. But next up we have the pod landing, which most of us probably should have got to play if you got the beta, which is pretty basic. Next up we have Wasteland, the battle arena for Goku and Vegeta during the Saiyan saga, which has been a pretty staple stage throughout all the Dragon Ball games. Next up, Sacred World of the Kais, which may be renamed to Supreme Kai's World, maybe something reminiscent of the other games like Raging Blast 2 and stuff like that. Next up we have Sky, and I believe this stage might be sort of a takeoff from the portion of the sky that Goku, Boo and Babidi are all conversing in before Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 for them. And if you have a quick look, you can actually see that Goku's got a halo. I don't know how well you can see it, but it is definitely there. Maybe that's a story segment or whatever, depending on what kind of story it is, whether you see Goku fighting Boo, or maybe it's an accessory, which would be cool if we could give our custom characters a halo for whatever reason. Next up we have Cell Games Arena. This is a screenshot we've also seen before over the past months. Next up we have Kami's Lookout. Again, this one was one of the 2 stages that were playable in the beta. Looks nice. Next up we have Plains, which again is pretty staple throughout the Dragon Ball games. Some of these gameplay images look really nice. Anyway, on to the second last one, we have Namek. Looks really, really good. Seems like it's more focusing on fighting it near one of the villages. I know we've seen other screenshots from Namek with, I think it's Krillin carrying the Dragon Balls or something like that, and the created character, the Mystery Man that we first saw, fighting alongside someone else against 2 other characters. And finally we have Planet Namek Ruined, where Super Saiyan Goku clashes with Frieza. Now, all of these aren't all of the stages. I believe this is just like a list of the current ones that may be in the game that we've seen. I believe there's something like 24 stages, and I don't think this was even half of them. So we've got a few more to look forward to. Maybe we will have some GT inspired stages. That would be pretty cool, especially with the announcement of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Speaking of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, my last video was about Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the release date for Xenoverse, so if you haven't checked that out, I would appreciate it if you did that and showed it some support and left a comment. That would be awesome. What do you guys think about these stages that I've just listed off? Are they interesting? Are you hoping for more dynamic ones that we may not have seen before? I know I'm really happy about being able to fight in a spaceship. That's like probably the best thing ever. What do you guys think about it? What stages would you like to see? And would you like to see any GT inspired stages? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget, if you want to keep up to date with all Dragon Ball Xenoverse news, don't forget to subscribe and show this video some support by leaving a like and or comment. That would be awesome. Until my next Xenoverse video, have a fantastic day.